Hello, my name is Kainton, and today we are going to be talking about what is OAuth and OpenID. OAuth stands for Open Authentication, and I'm going to explain to you what it means today. Remember, I explained very clearly, and I'm not expecting you are a technical professional or you have so much technical knowledge about authentication or internet security. I think you might have some basic knowledge, but this is for beginners. If you know nothing about OAuth, you are going to get a clear explanation today. So what really is OAuth? As I mentioned before, OAuth stands for Open Authentication and is an open standard for authorization which is used for access delegation. I've actually highlighted authorization because I'm going to use this to help you see the difference between OAuth and OpenID. Because OpenID is used for authentication while OAuth is used for authorization. Before I continue, I'd like to remind you to subscribe to my channel so that you encourage me to make more videos or better quality videos. So just click on the subscribe button below. And if you have any questions, something is not clear or something you would like me to explain, be it database programming, security, anything at all, or deep learning, machine learning, let me know in the description box. Alright, so as I mentioned, OAuth is an open standard for authorization used for access delegation. It means that users of a web application can grant an application access to their information without having to give them their usernames and passwords, right? So OAuth provides a secure delegated access to users' information on behalf of the user. Take, for example, you want to log in to some website and it tells you log in with Facebook or connect with Facebook or connect with Google, as the case may be. So take, for instance, I visit projectmanagement.com. So because I'm also a project management professional, so I use projectmanagement.com. If I go to login, what do I see? I see login with projectmanagement.com, login with PMI, login with Facebook. So let's say I click login with Facebook. Is it possible that this system actually grabs my my Facebook username and password and sends it to projectmanagement.com? Because they are two different things. So the question is, how does Facebook communicate with projectmanagement.com when I would like to log in with Facebook? Effectively, I'm telling projectmanagement.com, please use my account, Facebook account, to do what you want to do. Way back in time, before OAuth was put in place, this is what happens. The Facebook will actually grab your username and password and send it across to projectmanagement.com. So what will they do with your Facebook account, your username and password? Will they misuse it? You cannot control that. So before OAuth came into place, and this is what happened, because people don't actually like to remember several usernames and passwords across application. But OAuth solves this security problem. So instead of actually giving your Facebook username and password to an application, you simply give it a secure delegated access to your user information without having to give your username and password. So let's see how it works. This diagram is actually very simple. This is OAuth 2.0 architecture. There might be some variation in this diagram depending on the textbook or depending on the who is explaining it, but this is really a simple one. I'm going to explain it. So let's start with the first part. We have a role called resource owner. You are the owner of the Facebook wall, you are the owner of the Facebook account, so you are the resource owner. And now you try to visit Instagram or some other application and it tells you connect with Facebook or log in with Facebook or allow Facebook and things like that. So once you start that, you actually place in this workflow. You enter into this workflow of communication between Facebook or between Instagram, which is the application you are accessing, and Facebook, which is the application that actually contains your user details. So what happens is the request goes to Facebook. Yeah, it goes to Facebook's authorization server. Of course, you need to log into Facebook because Facebook will try to find out whether you will allow this application to access your data. So you get to Facebook authorization server and you authenticate into Facebook, and then what comes next is a consent screen. So the consent screen comes from Facebook authorization server asking you, do you want to allow Instagram to post to your Facebook wall? Remember, this can be anything. It's not that it's requesting to have full access, but it requests to have access to perform certain operations. In this case, Instagram is asking to post items or posts to your Facebook wall. So this consent screen is generated by authorization server and displayed to the resource owner, which is you. Alright, from there you click yes. Let's just assume you click yes, you want to connect to Facebook with Facebook. We now have, it gets back to Instagram, telling Instagram, yes, access has been granted. And also this Facebook authorization server gives an authorization code to Instagram. And this URL is a callback URL. This is where it comes to after you click on the yes in the consent screen. It comes to the callback, giving you authorization code, but this authorization code you may not be able to use it to access Facebook. You can't use this authorization code to post to Facebook wall because the cycle is not complete. The next thing you are going to do is to go back to the authorization server and say, okay, I have the authorization code. Now give me access token. Access token is what actually will be used to grant you this delegated access or streamlined access to Facebook. So authorization token authorizes you, not authenticate, authorizes you to particular actions. So you can use this authorization code that says this is authorization code for Instagram to post to Facebook wall. Not for Instagram to access profile, not for Instagram to change your password or to access certain other information or to delete your post, but is access token just to post to your Facebook wall. So the authorization server signs back this access token to you or to Instagram, and now Instagram will be able to use this authorization token to perform operations. So this is actually the cycle. Maybe you can pause the video and see exactly how it works, try to understand it, but this is exactly how it works. I mentioned that auth means open or open authentication, but actually it's used for authorization, not for authentication. Now there comes OpenID. What really is OpenID? OpenID is used for authentication. So more like it's added to the auth landscape to make it handle the authentication part while the auth handles the authorization part. In another video, I'm going to explain clearly what OpenID is all about and also the architecture of OpenID. I'd like to stop here for now. If you like this video, please like it and also subscribe, as I mentioned, and also leave a comment just telling me what you would like to learn, and I'll be there to explain it to you. I would like to thank you for viewing and see you in the next lesson.